You're listening to Upcycling with Deb. I'm your host, Deb Colometta. I wrote a #1 best-selling book called Best Offer, Best Life. You can find more information about me on my website, thedebsite.com, or find me on Instagram and Facebook at Deb Colometta. Is there ever a really good time to downsize your clutter and declutter your home? Yes. Some people would say, oh, I never have time to do it. And I say, there's never a better time than today. While you have a newborn or toddlers in the house, it can feel overwhelming with all of their equipment, all that baby equipment that you register for or that people give you or the hand-me-downs. But that's probably the only stage where you get a free pass. You are sleep deprived, you're working harder than ever, or just physically trying to keep up with your kids. But after that, there's really no other time that you should be waiting for. When you have kids who have toys as they grow older, then, they get bigger and you have the tween years, then they go off to college, you have an empty nest and you can, start decluttering then. I guess you could wait till you retire and then becomes estate planning. And if you do your own estate planning, that's really proactive. But, as things go, sometimes your kids end up doing it for you. So I say there's no time like the present to start decluttering. Why empty your house to get it ready for real estate showing or staging your home? Stage it so that you can live in it less cluttered, more spacious today. There's no excuse for waiting. And online yard sales are a great way for you to unload what you no longer need anymore. You're helping the environment. You're clearing out your space. Sometimes you get a little money for it. Sometimes you get a lot of money for it. And you're always helping out someone else in the community. Some people are in greater need, and some people just like to get that buzz of serotonin by getting a great bargain or something for free. But you're spreading out that goodwill and you're sharing that abundance in your community and in the universe. So I encourage you to explore the use of online yard sales as your best weapon when you are in the clutter battle. There's no good stage because every stage is the time when you should be keeping up with decluttering and keeping that stuff out of your space. Don't leave it for someone else to do. Don't say, I'm going to do it next month or next quarter. The summer rolls around. When the kids are out of school, then I'll take care of it. But then the weather's nice, so you don't want to be stuck inside decluttering and doing organizing projects. Then the winter rolls around, but then you're busy. There's always an excuse. That's why with online yard sales, you can keep up with it. You can do it in manageable bits. And bit by bit, you will declutter and clear out your home. And as I mentioned in a previous episode, I I like to aim for my personal best. I don't live in a home that is a minimalist home. I have plenty of things for my kids, and sometimes it gets messy, but it's at a place where I'm happy with it and my family can help me maintain it. It's not like OCD level where if we have a piece of paper on the kitchen table, that doesn't follow the correct system that I've got in place. We do what works for us, and we all contribute, hopefully, to keeping it in that certain state. Some areas of the house are a little bit messier than others, but I feel like I can reset it very quickly. And if somebody drops by for company or pops in, I don't have to feel embarrassed by my space. I actually feel pretty proud of my space. We don't have a big house, but we've made it special and warm, and we've given it a great vibe. That's what you want to go for. You want to go for better than your personal best and create that loving space, the good energy, the good environment, so you can feel not just not embarrassed of the mess when people pop by, but you can actually welcome them into your home, have a nice conversation, share a cup of coffee with them, and build those friendships. That's what it's all about. It's never going to get better. Every stage with your kids has more stuff. They give up the toys, but then they introduce larger sized sports equipment. So there's never a time where you're not going to have stuff that you're needing to deal with. Don't wait until the next phase. Take action today. Thanks for listening to this Little Debbie. It's a bite sized version of the longer podcast, Upcycling with Deb. My name is Deb Colameta. Connect with me on my website, thedebsite.com, and get a free downloadable guide. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Deb Colameta. And one way you can help me out for free is by subscribing for free to this podcast. It really helps me out, and I would appreciate it. So if you enjoyed this episode or others, just tap that subscribe button. Thank you so much for listening, and let me know what you think.